Top 10 Manhwa or Manhua, where weak MC obtains OP item or a skill or ability. You want your MC to start weak and get better as they progress in the story, but that doesn't mean they can't become OP along the way. So I wanted to talk about manhwas where the MC starts weak and gets OP on some level. In a world that hates weaklings, our MC must overcome his weakness and pursue that he has been dreaming of all his life. One day, on a random walk through the city, an encounter leads to the start of a journey filled with many highs and lows. Can our MC ever obtain that item or ability which is so badly needed? Before we begin, be sure to subscribe and like for more top 10s. Starting with our number 10, the Supreme Almighty Master Remake. The young man, Zia Tian, suddenly obtained X-ray vision and from then on began a series of infinite blessings. He was apprenticed to martial arts masters, made friends with treasure experts, and won the favor of countless women. He continued to grow and became the Supreme Almighty Master one step at a time. If you want some cheat-like ability manhwa, then you should definitely read this. Number 9. Powerful Big Shot is quite cautious. In Lianming College's virtual portal, the A students of each college are doing their best for the graduation assessment, all the while waiting for the breaker. In the end, a mysterious man with the code name Ling surpassed the 9th level difficulty of Seth Canyon alone, thus giving +1 to the CV evaluation of all non-Luo college graduates. In the midst of the crowd's cheers, Lin Chuan, the user of codename Ling, couldn't help but smile in the equipment maintenance room. Everything seems to hold secrets. Just read this if you haven't anything to read. Number 8. Apocalyptic Forecast. It is more of a manhwa, where MC is a regular human. By a chance encounter he gets a cheat system and now he is on the radar of some supernatural ability users. His novel is also quite famous. Life never seems to go She's way. No friends, no family, no money. He applies for a job as a restaurant musician, but it turns out to be an ad for Gigolo. This is no way for a main character with a cheat to leave. However, when the supernatural finally start catching up with him, he begins to wish it never did. Number 7. Take the crown, I want to be a king. The manhwa doesn't have many chapters currently. I couldn't say much about it for now, but I like it quite a lot. A young boy with a terminal illness was caught up in an accident and obtained a system that could cure him, but in exchange, he has to defeat the 9 people with great superpowers. He accepts the task and later finds out that the system has provided him with a skill, domination, which makes all his defeated enemies listen to his commands no matter what. Number 6. The Devil's Boy. To say the least, I wholeheartedly enjoyed the concept that this manhwa dove into. Jung-ho is bullied to the point of self-harm until one day his prayers are answered by Mephistopheles, the archdevil. Mephisto offers Jung-ho magical powers that would allow him to take revenge on his bullies and in return ask for his soul. It's an easy choice for Jung-ho, who thinks nothing can be worse than living hell that is his life. But what he doesn't know is that there are greater forces at work, and that he is but a pawn in a much larger game played by demons and exorcists. In the end, the story and artwork were engaging and I would be delighted to read it again. Moving on to our number 5, Solo Auto Hunting. The world is under attack by monsters that are pouring from the fracture, and the hunters who hunt those monsters are the most coveted job in the world currently. One day, Oh Yoon-sung, who works his hardest from day to day as a worker in a meat restaurant, awakens an ability to automatically hunt monsters with perfect techniques and physical prowess like in MMORPG when he presses a button auto-hunting that appears in front of him. It's okay, but it's definitely not the best out there. If you are bored or have nothing else to read, then it may be of interest to you. Number 4. Caitlyn. How can you become a chef without a sense of taste? No problem. With a cheating knife in hand, the world is yours. Kate lottery system that comes with its own beautiful teacher and spirit planting space. Coach, I want to become a chef. From then on, Fuyanji earnestly began walking on the path to become a culinary god or harem god. Anyway, this is isekai type manga with food as main genre. Only 82 chapters are translated. Story introduction is incomplete so far. What I mean is main storyline is yet to come. Those 82 chapters give me nothing, just a hunch about cheat cooking ability from spinning a wheel with points. RPG style only MC can see, and getting medicine tablets that gives powers. Number 3. The Triple S rank Hunter's Lucky Draw. Oh man, this is super good weak to OPMC type manhwas. The gacha system is also very unique. The MC is a pro gamer in the real world, but he wants to become an awakener. The change brought dungeons filled with monsters into the world, altering reality forever. Pro gamer Jin Zungdo, whose lifelong dream was to be a hero like the mana users who fight in these dungeons, is crushed when he discovers his own abilities are useless. Just then, the real universe gives him a set of skills that allows him to draw information from the future and heroes from the past. Now all that left is for him to battle through this game of luck and become the strongest hunter ever. Number 2. Spare Me, Great Lord. Surprisingly good for a cultivation manhwa. The story starts with our MC getting a system, as all the other junk food manhwas, but instead of becoming OP overnight, it actually progresses at a steady pace. The plot and comedy of the show is pretty balanced. Thanks to the great translators and artists, it became much more appealing. As the superpower awoke, everyone was sparing no effort to cultivate. Lu Shu was the only one who could get stronger by collecting others' negative feelings and calling people names. All he ever wanted was to protect his little sister, but no one could resist the trend of the world. Well, he'd just do what he had to do and thus become the strongest. Are you ready to welcome the super demon Lu Shu? A splendid manhwa with awesome characters and great story. The art is also very good, worth the time to read the manhwa. And finally, number 1. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. The art is very good and completely done. The design of the characters in the world is not particularly original, but it's hard to deny that it's executed beautifully. Back then, Dogza had no idea. He had no idea his favorite web novel, 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse, was going to come to life, and he would become the only one person to know how the world was going to end. He also had no idea he would end up becoming the protagonist of this novel turned a reality. Now, Dogza will go on a journey to change the course of the story and save humankind once and for all. Despite my cons, I still think it could be a worthy read. Okay people, that's all for today's video. If you want more list on this topic or even want some other, then you can comment down below, and of course, one like will be really appreciated. So it's me, your host Kiro, signing out now. Adios!